Hey guys, and welcome to Jurassic Room. This is a video I've been thinking about doing for a long time. I wasn't going to do videos yesterday, but I ended up taking a nap and it lasted like 4 hours. So I ended up taking a huge nap instead of doing videos. I got the flash on my little my tripod here, where it's a selfie stick, but you can see the puffers swimming around in their tank. But I'm going to do my rock collection. Well, I wish I could go back a little bit further, so let me check this out. Alright guys, so this is my, hold on, I'm trying to get this all cleared out for y'all. It's kind of a mess right now because I pulled everything out. Now this is not going to include any of my like glass collection you may see in the background, like that bear and stuff up there, or the ship or anything. None of the Jurassic Park toys, none of, like the books or anything, nothing like that. Just, collections from my animals, like in this box right here, I'll show you real quick. If you see in this compartment, I have a series of infections I gathered from Harley, my leopard gecko, a piece of mouth infection and her eye infection that I cleared up from her. And the only reason why I kept it is because I wanted to use them to teach about reptile illnesses and how to prevent it, and all of that. That's why I kept them from her. So kind of weird, but I kept it. Oh, I forgot one more thing I gotta get real quick. It also won't include like the Godzilla trading cards, which I'm gonna look at some other time. I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm missing some stuff because I have so much. I'm not gonna include my marbles and all that because girls are playing with marbles. I used to be a huge collector of marbles and stuff like that too. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I cleared the stuff off my desk over there. I also have some deer skulls and all that, which you can see that was from my grandmother. So I'm going to get on with this really quick. And I already showed y'all the infections I'm going to use for teaching. I also have these turtle eggs. They're from razorback musk turtles that I had found. This one is cracked open from, a series of moves. That's what it looks like. I kept them in this box to be safe. That one's completely intact. I should have blown them like I do quail eggs and all that. I have quail. I'm trying to buy a few more because I only have 2 of them. And my granddad knows his cousin who will maybe give me some more A&M quail. And when I do, I'll show you guys them. I also have this I wanted to show off, kinda. This is an old compass. I remember when I got this in South Carolina. When my granddad was hunting, we used to go to a hunting camp down there. And he gave me this when I was like 4 years old. It's been one of my treasured heirlooms for a long time. It's got a little dadgummit, one of those little micro glass things, I forget right now. Anyway, it's kind of hard because of the flash on this thing. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to get on with like the big stuff first and then get on to like the boxes and all of that. So first, this is actually quartz growing on top of a rock that I collected right before we moved from Tennessee. And you can see it's growing on top of it, all around it. And I collected this from the wild. Actually, it grew in a garden right next to our stoop, and that's why I kept it, because I thought it was so cool, because I collected rocks back then. Still kind of do, but not as much as I used to. This, I don't really know what this is. I think it was my dad that gave me this. I don't think this belonged to my uncle. But it's a huge piece of, I think, granite or something like that. Probably. I'll put that down here. I don't want to mess up my wood chest either. I've got this piece of crystal. I'll show you the bottom real quick. Pretty cool. It's got a piece of clay attached to it. Oh, man, it's heavy. That's a huge piece of crystal. This was given to me by my uncle. He was the one that collected most of this stuff, and then he gave it to me. Alright, so the next thing I have is this is a deer antler about the same time as I had my compass. Probably put them up together. And when my dad was still around back when I was 4 years old, and we went to South Carolina, we had a hunting camp. My granddad did, and my uncle. Well, technically, my grandma and my mom too. We're all hunters. They were all hunters, and I remember we were out on ATV trying to find tracks and all that to set up, you know, feed stands and all that. And this was from a buck who had shed his antlers. I remember me and my dad, you know, fetching it real quick for me. Cool memories. I also wanted to show you guys this guy real quick. I found this guy while cleaning, and he's fine. He's a little upside down right now, but he's still fine. It is this beautiful red jumping spider. Look how cool he is. I got him in here for right now. I'm going to set him a better, you know, tank or something like that, because I thought he was so beautiful that I put him in this little jar I've got, a celery seed jar. And he's kind of a cool pet. He eats crickets and all that. So, speaking of spiders, let me show you all this. Now, speaking of spiders, my grandmother used to be a school teacher, and she had a lot of animals that she'd feed. She had a garter snake she'd feed minnows, a corn snake, rat snake, toads that she'd feed cat food, and a few other critters I can't really remember. She had other critters before that. She had mice and poison dart frogs, but she gave those all to her other students. And this was her tarantula, probably the only animal that she kept after that. And this was one of its molts before it died. And this is probably over 12 years old. Still basically intact because of the lack of... Wow, first time I've ever touched it. Because of the lack of air. I'm going to put it back real quick. Oh, one more thing over here. This is kind of a collection of all the things from when I was at, you know, South Carolina and stuff. There's the compass, the deer antler, and there's my old binoculars my granddad gave me. A few other things up here, but nothing, you know, like rocks and stuff. Hold on a second. Now these I'm actually working on to sell a few of them, keep a few for my collection, and then I'm going to give one to my granddad for his birthday, and then one to my uncle because he caught the biggest. And it's these teeth from spotted sea trout. You can see the almost double rows and some of them the big tusks like teeth. You can see Pokey in her tank. And there's the rest of them that I'm going to be working on. And there's Crone, Oracle, Caesar. He just had a big meal of mealworms and lettuce, or actually no, celery leaves and bearded dragon kibble. There's the puffers. I always like to show how the animals are doing in each of my videos. Don't see Toothless out yet. You see Spud's down there. I see him right there. He's buried. And you got turtles. I'm also doing a Jurassic reading a little bit of the Part 2 comic. So anyway, let me move this. Alright, so now I'm going to check out this. I might have to put this into 2 parts if I don't have enough time. Of all these rocks that my uncle collected in this little barrel. And I'm going to empty them all out. And I can't really name all of these, but he collected them from like little shops and everything. So I think I'm going to open them up real quick and show y'all then. I want to kind of show y'all the spider real quick. As well, I'm going to be doing a video about him too. Look at that. Alright, hold on a second. I just want to show these because they are a lot of fragments in my palm of my hand. I can't identify them all. I see a few pieces of leopard stone and quartz, I think. So I'm going to put those back in there. Like this old NBA thing he had. And here's all of them laid out. So we're going to go over each one of them slowly. There's a few pieces of leopard stone right there. Give you some more detail. And we'll go up here to the corner of that. Alright, we'll continue with the fragments. This one looked really beautiful to me. There we go. You see where it's peeling away to beautiful, looks like crystal on the inside. This is pretty cool too. I'm pretty sure it's graphite. This one looks to be the most beautiful to me. Alright, well, I'm going to put the rest of these away real quick and I'll get on with the video. Kind of want to take a look at the box real quick too. I need to check up and see how old this is. The box itself. Let's see what the box says. I have to read this later on. Alright, on with the video. Now, this is one of my oldest and cherished possessions as well. This is a piece of marble I found in my old pond up in Tennessee. It's not a very big pond, but it was in, you know, when you're on the mountain, you see limestone and all that just wash up, you know, as the water erodes off the mountain because you get a lot of rain on the mountain. And this was in my pond when the gravel eventually eroded out. I remember for the longest time thinking it was a mushroom because I'd crossed this little barrier, a little dam for the rainy season to get to my grandparents' house, which was right next to the hill. And I just picked it up one day and it was a beautiful rock and I've kept it ever since then. Alright, next up is this. Now, I might put this in a separate video. This belonged to the governor of Mississippi from 1972-1976, and I actually looked it up. I found his name and all that, and it's basically just a little paperweight in his name, you know? So I just thought that's a cool piece of history that I own in my collection. Hold on, I might have to check this out real quick. Another thing real quick, I'm going to do another video when I identify all these stamps because I inherited them. I think that Luke Skywalker stamp might be worth some money now. But I'm going to look all these up too. I inherited these. But next up is, I'll do this. I forget the name of the mineral, dadgummit. Because this is one of my favorite rocks and I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, I found this at a rock shop in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. That's the back of it. They're all $10 a piece about, and I really wanted the blue one. I just thought it was so beautiful. Look at that. They're from Morocco. They had purple, pink, and green. And this is one of my oldest, rock finds I bought. There's a few other things from that rock shop that I bought. Some fossils and stuff that'll be shown in just a minute. Now this is an alligator skull. My uncle, the same uncle who gave me all this other rock stuff, most of it, bought for me because I begged him for the longest time for an alligator skull. And finally one day when he came to visit from Florida, he gave me one. So that's pretty cool. I love this little alligator skull. Now this is going to take no, I'll wait for that. This is just a coyote skull that I bought along with the Exoterra tank up there at a estate sale. I bought both of these for $10, so that's a pretty good deal, especially for the great Exoterra tank. And that's gonna be for a story time. I mean, this estate sale was awesome. He was a very old man who, you know, collected a whole bunch of stuff, but oh my gosh, it was like a museum in there. It was amazing. I'll have to tell that story. I got this coyote skull because it was a decoration along with the Exoterra tank. I might even put it back in there. You can see this tooth is awful wobbly. Oh no, it's broken in half, that's why. I'll put this over here. Now next is one of my favorite fossils I bought at a flea market in Tennessee. It's a mosasaur tooth I bought for $10. I even tried to dig a little bit of it out. I thought about just digging the whole tooth out, but I decided to keep it in. Pretty cool, huh? Thing belongs to such a awesome prehistoric sea reptile. Pretty awesome to think about. There's the back of it. something in the rock right there. It's very strange. I have to look at that later on. Might be a piece of fossil sticking out too. From the back, that'd be pretty cool to look into. This is a very dark object, and let me set it up the way it's supposed to be set up. 1 second. Okay, so I set it up part of the way. Now, it broke a while back, but I found this in a river. I live very close to the Choctawhatchee River in Alabama. And in this part of the swimming area, there's a lot of whirlpools, and people have been known to die there. And apparently this is proof. This is a human vertebrae I found while I was swimming. I was feeling under a log, and I just pulled out a rock that I thought was a rock. And it ended up being a completely intact human vertebrae. I couldn't even believe it when I found it, and I showed my mom. She was horrified. So, this is a very dark thing to have in my collection. And I thought about giving it to police, but a police friend of ours said it's basically useless in any situation, and you can never really pinpoint it to an exact family. Couldn't provide DNA evidence because it's been in the water for so long, so I decided to keep it. And another kind of sad thing is that this year alone, 2 people have died. A man who, in his 20s, I think, was a self-proclaimed very good swimmer by his family. He died when he was sucked into one of these whirlpools. And then another time, I think it was a little boy who was running around along the side of the river and drowned as well. So it's pretty sad, but I might even donate it to a museum one day if I thought about it. If I even I'll talk about that in another video. I was thinking about opening up like a zoo and a historical site, and I'll talk about that in another video. Alright, so now that we got through that dark point, I'm going to go through, we'll count down from 6. I'm going to empty out all these. And I'm going to have to put this into 2 parts. Right here we got coquina, which is a piece from the, sold at the Castillo de San Marcos in St. Augustine, Florida. You can see it right there. Most of the fort is built out of this stuff. I got another one that's still in the package. I have a lot of flashcards and all that. Fossilized Carcharodon tooth. Great white. This must be the tooth my uncle gave me. And there's the card to it. And I gotta see if I can find the tooth. I've got it in here somewhere. Then here's turquoise, which is also in the collection. I'll have to put these cards with the rocks they coincide with. And there's gypsum desert rose. Now these... oh, wait a second. These are just old river snails we used to collect. Hold on. Alright. These... looks like just a little sack of rocks, really. He never opened them, so that's surprising. I might open them up for myself later on. See what's in there. Maybe I'll do a video on it later on. Let's see, hold on. Alright. Now I also want to show you this. This is a shark tooth in a little keychain I put on a necklace. And here's some other shark teeth that I found, prehistoric shark teeth. Sand shark, extinct mackerel shark, lemon shark, gray shark, and 2 different species of sand sharks, and there's a little one over there. Used to have them all in here. I'm missing 2 shark teeth, which I'm very upset about. I can't remember where those are. So I'm going to pull these out for y'all real quick and show you. So you can see there's a lot of miscellaneous rock in here. What's this? Just a piece of wood. So I'm not going to go through it too much. You can see some coal in here. Graphite. Some really nice quartz. And I'll get on with the rest of it up here. Now I'll show you what these two can be. It's very beautiful what they can be. And I'll show you really quick. If cut open, they would look like this if they were clean and everything. Crystals on the inside. I'm tempted to do it one day, but I love looking at this. It's very beautiful to think what's on the inside of these two rocks. And next we got a lot of the same rock. You can see some crystals in there, not as much as the other ones. They've all been mostly hollowed out. Got some slate rock there. Got a sand dollar. More graphite. Other rocks. I just know a lot about this stuff. I need to study up again on my minerals and everything. And that's the first bin. Alright, let me see if I can get this. There we go. Here are some other pretty miscellaneous stones in this box. Then up here, look at that one. That one's awful pretty. I want to show you guys this one real quick. This one is one I found when I was a kid. It is a fossilized maple leaf. I was just pulling out limestone rock, and I eventually stumbled across the fossil I was looking for. I was looking for fossils and I found one. So that's a pretty cool find. So guys, we are closing in near here, and I also found this old book of my uncle, so he also gave me. Audubon Society Field Guide to North American Rocks and Minerals. Flip through. Hold on. Yeah. Woo! Okay. Now we'll start from number 4 first. Alright, so first, not too much in here, mainly some fossilized fish bones right here and some fossilized corals. Let's see, got some right here. Let's go ahead and put that in there. And you can see all the fossilized coral in there. And this piece right here. Then we got, looks like a piece of quartz right here that was attached to my billboard or something like that of other rocks. And I got, let's see what's this. Oh, I just went to a little necklace of mine a long time ago. A seashell, an apple dumpling, snail shell, an oyster shell, some old hermit crab. These are actually my first hermit crabs I kept in there, so that's kind of creepy. Got some really beautiful seashells. Also this one. Then we got these stingray barbs. I'll pull one out real quick. We were digging around the sand, we found these one time at the beach in Florida, so that's pretty cool. Stingray. On to 3. Okay, so a little bit more in here. We got some pretty cool crystals and stuff in here. What's this? Another one of those kinds of hollowed out rocks. Got a really beautiful crystal right there. And we got like a bunch of fragments of little rock shards. These are really pretty right here. This one's. Look at that. I don't remember that. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's hard to believe that these are rocks. Look how beautiful that is. Looks like Saturn, almost. Got some little pink rocks in there. These are some ones my Uncle Michael gave to me a while back. Yeah, that's his name. Usually try to refrain from saying names, though. Pretty cool. Got this rock right here. What is this? Oh, it's another one of those kinds of rocks. And there's some... I forget the name of that rock. These are actually pieces of quartz that I need to tell my story on. This was I gathered in a schoolyard. The you know, you get gravel, and then when rain washes away, it turns into this white. Darn it, white quartz. And I wanted to keep some, and you know you're not allowed to do that, so I snuck a few in my pocket in school, and that'll have to be for a story time. And we also got this piece of rock here. I don't even know what this is. It looks kind of like a fragment of glass almost. Then I got 2 coins in here I kept. Sacagawea coin. Used to flip this around a lot. USA. And then I got this JFK silver dollar. Which is pretty cool. On 2. And here we go at number 2. Let's see what we got in here. Got a really cool orange crystal right here. We got, I don't even know what this is. I think this is pearlite. It's so like gold shiny. I think this is pearlite, I believe. And we got some more right here. Pearlite, which is also fool's gold. And here's the same thing. It's more in like a jagged form. Look at this. Wow. And also in here is some leopard stone. Actually, I don't believe this is leopard stone. The leopard stone's in another container. I forget what this is, though. Got some more shells and little marbles and some red rock. That's an old railroad nail. Some other stuff up here. We got some turquoise. One of my favorite minerals here. Unrefined. Then you got refined turquoise, which is really cool. I remember learning about that in school. Got some amethyst. I'm pretty sure it's amethyst. That's cleaned. Got some of these harder black rocks. These really beautiful blue rocks. I forget what these are. I forget the name. I'll have to look it up. Come on now. Try. Almost there. There we go. It's blue as the sea. Now, oh man, forgot about this. Look at that. I need to look up some of these rocks. I don't even remember this one in the collection. Look at that. Looks like it's got some gold almost mixed into there. Beautiful rock. And this is number 1. The top rack. My favorite stones and everything are in this box. My favorites of the collection. Now here I have a little ammonite. That's what he told me it was. It was an ammonite. I've always thought it was a trilobite though. I think it's supposed to be a guitar pick or something like that. An ammonite fossil guitar pick. Put that to the side real quick. And this is an ammonite I bought at that rock shop I was talking about earlier. Really cool to have an ammonite. I really want a trilobite one day too in my collection. And let me put those back. And yes, this is pure leopard stone. I've had a lot of people want these from me. But I don't give anything up in my collection. You can see that's nothing but leopard stone in that compartment. And we got some shavings of different rocks here. This is that, you know, half rock that I was telling you about. I need to look up the names of everything. You see a very beautiful rock. Got some crystals and stuff in here. Some green rock, whatever that is. This I also bought at that little rock shop. Let me pull it out. Let me just keep it out. It's a little marble stegosaurus. I just keep that out. And this is my favorite rock. This is amethyst. It's beautiful, such a beautiful rock. I love amethyst. And that's the crystal form. And you also have an unrefined rock of piece of amethyst right here. Beautiful. And that guy I'm just going to keep out. I'll put it somewhere safe. This is just a shotgun shell I collected when I was a kid. These are very cool. These are Civil War gun bullets. Not worth that much, but I mean, look at these. They're such an awesome part of history. And they're very heavy too. Listen. And here's one that's kind of mashed in. Put these back. Then we got this piece of rock right here. I don't really know what that is. I think it's just a normal rock. Got a piece of fossilized sand here. Now, here is some clear crystal. I forget the name of this, but basically it's see-through rock. And it magnifies things. Or yeah. Hold on. It's this one that's supposed to go here. Or it's just see-through rock. Now I remember. I'll put that back in there. Because these little marbles are basically the same thing, just refined. Hold on. So yeah, I got one white, two purples, two green, one yellow, one red, two light blues, and two greens. And I'll show y'all the green one first. There's a little bubble in it. You can see, you can be able to read out of it as well. Let's see if we can try it on this. Let me see here. Very difficult with the green one, so I'll use a different one. Let me put the green away. You can see those two. Yellow might be easier. There we go. You can see it perfectly well. Or just about. Now we'll try with the pink. Still pretty hard to read. Do light blue now. Still make out a few words. So I'll put the light blue over here. Now we'll do the purple.